With burn bans and a woods ban in place, we are pivoting and thinking up alternative activities to do outdoors. Steve Skafte is an avid hiker and author and has a website documenting abandoned roads across Nova Scotia. He has some great suggestions for getting out and exploring our beautiful shorelines. Welcome, Steve.
Well, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. We heard that you're a bit of an explorer. Can you tell us about the map you recently published to help find alternatives to hikes besides going to the woods?
Sure thing. Well, over the years, I've kept a daily journal on social media. It's been almost 18 years now. And part of that exploring is that I've driven all the roads, I've hiked all the roads I can't drive. So I've realized where many of the public roads go down to the shore. And so I put the map together because I realized that I know all these places just off the top of my head, not only the ones that are public wharves or parks, but just any number of dead end roads that you can drive right up to the beach and follow the coastline. And since we're on the bay shore here, we have the most extreme tides on Earth. So there's a very big beach to be able to walk along and admire the sandy beaches, the rocky beaches, the high cliff sides, quite a wide variety. And you often have a good, maybe 6 safe hours between the tides if you catch it on the way out and you keep careful and get back before it comes in. Not just on the open ocean, but in the mouth of Annapolis Basin, maybe into St. Mary's Bay out by Digby Neck, or even the Minas Basin up in eastern Kings County.
Well, we're very fortunate to have so many places that we can go out and explore. So very happy about that. And I know you've spent lots of time documenting abandoned roads and cemeteries. So how did you come to focus on this?
I've always loved the ocean. One of the big parts of my work has been human history, the stuff that people left behind. But I've always just loved the wide open ocean, especially when we get a lot of this hot weather. So I've always been naturally drawn to it, the old lighthouses and so on. The sea caves can be quite beautiful. Sometimes I'll make my way 20, 30 minutes down a coastline. You'll find this big cavern in the side of the cliff that's been hollowed out by wave action. So yeah, it's always been just part of me exploring daily.
That's actually so cool that you just mentioned some of those places. So if you had to pick one, what is by far your favorite place to visit?
I'm a big fan of the coastline in the Morden area, Kings County. And on my map, there's several places you can hike from French Cross, which is a fairly well-known place in this area where some of the Acadians were hiding out during the expulsion. But you can park in the Old Wharf Road to the east and go on the cliffs. You can go in Kirkbrook and hike west. Really, anywhere where the cliff tops are really high on the bay shore, I find those to be some of the most beautiful areas, especially because they tower above your head. And they're areas that at high tide, the waves come all the way up and they smash against there. So there's a lot of drama from that. And in certain areas, you can see where streams come down over the cliffs. But of course, all of the streams on the bay shore are dry these days.
Well, thank you so much for sharing some alternatives with us. And definitely, we will share a link with our viewers on everything they can find out about you and your work. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, Steve.
Thanks for talking to me.
And that was avid hiker and author Steve Skafte joining us.